What Osman I knew about success. That most men never learn. Most people wait. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditions. And while they wait, years disappear. Osman. I did not have perfect conditions. He did not inherit a great empire. He did not command vast armies. He did not possess unimaginable wealth. He began with almost nothing, a small tribe, a dangerous frontier, and a dream that seemed impossible. Yet from that humble beginning emerged an empire that would last more than 600 years. The lesson? Success is not built by those who wait. It is built by those who move. And today we're going to explore the mindset that transformed a tribal leader into the founder of one of history's greatest empires. Lesson 1. Stop waiting for certainty. Most people believe confidence comes before action. History shows the opposite. Action creates confidence. When Osman began his journey, there was no guarantee of success, no prophecy, no certainty, no roadmap, only risk. But he understood something that most people never learn. You don't need certainty to move forward. You only need courage. The people who achieve extraordinary things are rarely fearless. They simply refuse to let fear make their decisions. Lesson 2. Build your circle carefully. An empire is never built alone. Neither is a successful life. Osman surrounded himself with loyal warriors, wise advisors, and capable leaders. He understood that your environment shapes your future. Look around your life. Who influences your thinking? Who pushes you to grow? Who encourages your discipline? Because eventually you become similar to the people around you. The wrong circle drains your ambition. The right circle multiplies it. Lesson 3. Think longer than everyone else. Most people focus on today. Successful people focus on decades. Osman wasn't obsessed with immediate rewards. He was building something that would outlive him. And that's why he succeeded. The modern world teaches instant gratification, quick money, quick success, quick validation. But history rewards those who can think long-term. Every workout, every book, every skill, every disciplined decision, it compounds. The future belongs to people willing to sacrifice today's comfort for tomorrow's strength. Lesson 4. Master self-discipline. The Ottomans understood something powerful. Discipline beats motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline remains. There were days when soldiers were tired, days when conditions were terrible, days when progress felt impossible. Yet training continued, preparation continued, growth continued. Your future isn't determined by what you do when you feel motivated. It's determined by what you do when you don't. Lesson 5. Adapt or fall behind. One reason the Ottomans survived for centuries was adaptability. They learned, adjusted, improved. Many people fail because their ego prevents growth. They would rather be right than become better. But progress requires humility. If a strategy isn't working, change it. If a habit is hurting you, replace it. If your current path isn't producing results, evolve. Growth demands adaptation. Lesson 6. Become hard to break. Every great leader faces setbacks. Every empire faces challenges. Every successful person experiences failure. The difference is resilience. When obstacles appear, most people quit. Strong people adjust. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. The question isn't whether you'll face hardship. The question is whether hardship will strengthen you or defeat you. Conclusion. More than 700 years ago, Osman I stood on a frontier with limited resources and unlimited uncertainty. Most people would have seen obstacles. He saw possibilities. That is the difference. Not intelligence, not luck, not talent, vision, discipline, persistence. The same qualities that built an empire can build a remarkable life. Because the greatest battle you'll ever fight isn't against another person, it's against the weaker version of yourself. And every day, you get to decide which version wins. But that sentence alone hides the truth most people miss. Because empires do not begin with size, they begin with mindset. And Osman I did not inherit greatness. He built it in silence, long before history ever recorded his name. At the time, there was no guarantee of success, no certainty of survival, no promise that anything he built would last beyond his lifetime. Only pressure, only uncertainty, only constant risk. And yet he moved forward anyway, because he understood something that most people never learn in their entire lives. You do not wait for perfect conditions. You create progress inside imperfect ones. Lesson 1. Stop waiting for certainty. Most people believe they need certainty before they act. They wait for confidence. They wait for reassurance. They wait for the fear to disappear. But history never rewards those people. Osman I had no certainty. Every decision carried consequences. Every step forward could have ended everything. But he acted anyway, because he understood something fundamental. Action does not require certainty. It produces it. The moment you move, clarity begins to form. The moment you engage, fear loses its power. And the people who change their lives are not the ones who feel ready. They are the ones who refuse to stay still. Lesson 2. Build your circle carefully. No empire survives in isolation, and no man rises alone. Osman knew this deeply. He surrounded himself with warriors who were loyal, not just useful, with advisors who thought long-term, not emotionally, with people who strengthened his vision instead of weakening it. Because environment is silent influence, it shapes how you think without asking permission. If you are surrounded by doubt, you will hesitate. If you are surrounded by discipline, you will grow. Over time, you don't become what you intend to be. You become what you tolerate around you, and Osman chose carefully, because he understood a simple truth. Your future is often decided by the people closest to you. Lesson 3. Think longer than everyone else. Most people think in days, some think in months, very few think in years. Almost no one thinks in generations. Osman was not building for comfort, he was building continuity. Every decision was made with the future in mind. Not immediate reward, but lasting structure. And that is why his impact survived centuries. Modern life teaches speed, fast results, fast money, fast validation. But speed without direction leads nowhere meaningful. What actually compounds in life is not luck. It is consistency. Small disciplined actions repeated over time. They don't look powerful in the moment, but over years, they become unstoppable. And Osman understood that building something lasting means thinking beyond yourself, beyond your lifetime, beyond your comfort. Lesson 4. Master self-discipline. There is a difference between wanting something and being disciplined enough to build it. Motivation is temporary. It fades with difficulty. It disappears when effort becomes uncomfortable. But discipline is structural. It stays when motivation collapses. Osman's strength was not constant emotion. It was consistent action. His soldiers trained even when tired. His leaders planned even when uncertain. His system continued even when conditions were difficult. Because discipline is not about feeling ready. It is about deciding in advance what you will do, regardless of how you feel later. And that is where most people fail, not in ability, but in consistency. Lesson 5. Adapt or fall behind. The world Osman lived in was unstable. Borders shifted, alliances changed, power moved constantly. Nothing stayed the same. And because of that, survival required adaptability. He did not cling to methods that failed. He adjusted, he evolved, he learned. Most people struggle not because they are incapable, but because they resist change. They confuse stubbornness with strength. But real strength is flexibility under pressure. If something does not work, it is not failure. It is information. And the ability to respond to that information quickly is what separates those who grow from those who stagnate. Lesson 6. Become hard to break. Every empire faces resistance. Every leader faces pressure. Every person who builds something meaningful faces setbacks. The difference is not the absence of difficulty, it is resilience through it. Osman's rise was not smooth. It was built in uncertainty, in conflict, in constant challenge. But instead of breaking under pressure, he adapted to it. And over time, pressure stopped being something that weakened him. It became something that shaped him. Most people see failure as a stop sign. But in reality, failure is feedback. It shows you where you are weak, where you must improve, where you must grow. And the question is never whether you will face hardship. You will.